In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the rear brakes on this Cadillac Escalade. Let's get into it. We're going to remove the center cap. Just use a rag and a screwdriver or a pry bar. Just pop this off. Using a 22mm socket, I'll take the lug nuts off. And remove the wheel. Now we're going to remove the caliper. I'm going to use a 17mm socket and an 18mm wrench. Loosen up the caliper bolts. Just grab the caliper, rock it back and forth, and it slides right off. Now we're going to use a caliper hanger and just hang it out of the way. Make sure there's no tension on the hose. Take the brake pads off, slide those out. If you need to, you can use a screwdriver, pry those out. Now we'll take these two caliper bracket bolts out. Use an 18mm socket. Loosen those up, take those out. And slide the bracket right off. Now we're going to remove the rotor. If it's stuck on there, you want to take a hammer and hit in these locations. Be careful of the studs. You don't want to hit the studs. And also you could thread a couple bolts in there to help pry the rotor forward. Just slide that off. I am going to take a wire brush and clean up the hub surface. Put a thin coat of anti-seize just on the hub surface. Make sure you don't get it on the studs. This is just going to prevent corrosion. Take the rotor, put it on backwards first. Just take some brake parts cleaner. Clean the back side off, wipe it with a rag, flip it around, put it on the correct way, and then clean this side off. And wipe it with a rag. Now we're going to clean up the bracket. Just take a straight blade screwdriver, get under these clips, you can pop those off. Take a wire brush, and you want to clean this up. Do that on both sides. I'm going to take some silicone paste, just do a thin coat right here and right here. Take the new clips. Line those up. Put those on. I'll take the pins. Just grab the pin. Slide it out. Little brake parts cleaner. And clean the pin off. If it was badly corroded, you want to clean out the hole as well. Use a wire brush, get in there. Take some silicone paste, slide it in. Make sure it seals properly on the boot. Sometimes it takes a little bit to seal it. Just going to get the air out of there. Push it in, that's good. Make sure it moves good. Do the same on this side. There we go. It's good. Now we can go put this back on the vehicle. Now slide the bracket on. Use a little thread lock adhesive on the bolts. Get the bolts started. I'm going to torque these bolts to 122 foot-pounds. We're going to put the brake pads on now. For the pad with the warning indicator, that's going to go on the inboard side, so the inside, and it's going to go to the top. So that one goes on there. And this one doesn't have any warning indicator, that's going to go on the outside. Using a caliper compressing tool, we want to compress the piston for the caliper. You're going to do this nice and slow. Get that lined up. As you're doing this, it's pushing the piston in, pushing the fluid through the lines back up into the master cylinder reservoir. Just go nice and slow. Once you're all the way down, take the tool out and take the hanger off the caliper, slide it over the brake pads. Take the 2 bolts, get those started. Torque these to 28 foot-pounds. Put the wheel on. And the lug nuts. We're going to torque the lug nuts to 140 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Just go around again, double check. Take the center cap. On the back, you can see where the valve stem lines up. Now line that up, just like that. Lock it down. After that, make sure you pump the brake pedal and also check the fluid level under the hood.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.